combining two things I have always been good at, shopping and school projects. Welcome to my presentation on where I like to shop. Let me just preface this by saying that I am an online shopping girly. With that said, let's go over some of my online shopping guidelines. First up, we have know your measurements. This is key. This is key. Get a sewing measuring tape, or you can use a string and a regular tape measure. You're going to measure your bust, your waist, your hips, and you're going to memorize it or put it in a note. You're going to check every size chart so you can make sure you're ordering the correct size for yourself. When you're looking at a non-stretch item, especially for jeans, go with the size that fits your widest measurement. For me, my waist is often a 14-16, whereas my hips are sometimes 16-18, maybe even 20. I go for the larger size, and then I've taught myself a few alterations tricks. If you are interested in those, let me know and I can do a video. Moving along, keep a running list of items you are shopping for. As you are approaching a new season, start finding inspiration for what you want your wardrobe to look like. I often look on TikTok or Pinterest or Instagram. Once you have a bit of a vibe going for your wardrobe, start noticing some of the reoccurring pieces. So for example, right now on my fall wish list, I have red boots, ruffle socks, and full zip sweaters. I like to keep the list on my phone so I can reference it. This also helps keep a focus when you're shopping and keeps you from needlessly purchasing things that aren't going to enhance your wardrobe. Go for the neutral. A neutral is going to go the furthest in your wardrobe. You can always try it, make sure you like it. If you like it, you can always buy other colors. Check the fabric content. I tend to prioritize natural fibers, so things like cotton, silk, wool, linen, cashmere, or mohair. I do my best to stay away from polyester or acrylic.
I don't like it.
I do sometimes make exceptions when it comes to things like dresses or blouses, but for basics, I do find it best to stick to those natural fibers. Generally speaking, the more mix of materials, the faster the clothes will wear out. For example, a cotton blend or a wool blend is way more likely to start pilling or wearing down than something that is 100% cotton or 100% wool. And of course, I'm losing light. Let me set up lights. Okay, hopefully that's a little better. Next on my list is to read reviews, especially if a website has a standardized size chart. It doesn't change with each item. They just have one standard size chart they use for everything. I highly recommend reading reviews. Find people that are similar size to you, see what they have to say about the fit. Okay, this one, check the men's section. Not only do I often find that the men's section has items with better fabric content, like 100% cotton, they're also often cheaper than the women's. Oh, I love being a woman. And a bonus, reverse image search. I've done this so many times. Download Google Apps, upload a screenshot, and it will pull up items that match. It's also helpful when you're looking for a plus size version. Sometimes I will search an image and add the keyword plus. I think that does it for my online shopping guidelines. If there's anything I missed, any tips and tricks that you have when shopping online, let me know. So you can see the lens through which I shop. My measurements, my bust is 43 inches. I wear a 40 B or C bra. My waist is 36 inches. Hips are 48 inches. And my height is 5'6". Sometimes these fluctuate throughout the month. Love being a woman. For the most part, these are the measurements I go by when I shop online. That means when it comes to my sizing, I typically wear a US 16 or extra large, which as you know, means I also wear a size 14, a size 18, a size 20, sometimes XXL, 1X, 2X, and of course, sometimes a large, because women's sizing is made up and there is no universally accepted size chart. So, this is why I highly recommend knowing your measurements. Going by what you typically get often doesn't work out. I tend to stay away from referring to myself as plus size or mid size. Definition of those is always changing, and I never want to lay claim to something that isn't mine or to misrepresent. But I have always been a not thin girl. With that lens in mind, I do tend to prioritize and respect and go for companies that are more size inclusive. As we make our way through my list, I will be sure to note the size ranges each company offers. All right, let's do this. These are my go-tos that I recommend to the people that I love, and I love you. Oh, actually, before we dive in, a note on thrifting. I love thrifting. If you are like me and happen to be a not thin woman, you know that thrifting for anything over a size large is a shit show. I will have a full in-depth video all about my thrifting tips and tricks coming out soon. I wanted to say a lot of my wardrobe is also thrifted. Okay, let's do this. I organize these from most affordable to most expensive. Most affordable babies. We have H&M, always checking their new arrivals. Love their home decor, but that's another video. Most all of their items go extra small to XXL. And then a lot of their items do also extend beyond that with a 3X and a 4X. I wear most frequently a large. Here's what works at H&M for me. Let me pull up my notes. Base layer basics. Tees, tanks, hoodies. They are often 100% cotton and they're super affordable. I would also recommend checking the men's section, especially when it comes to those basics. Also had luck finding denim shirts or denim jackets. All right, my camera overheated, but I'm back. What was I saying? H&M button downs. Have really good luck with their button downs. Either they're cotton or poplin button downs. Also, they're satin shirts. So they have satin button downs. The satin shirts are another one they usually have year round in cream, neutral, black, and then a fun pop of color that they change up seasonally. Also trendy coat and jacket styles. So like right now, you know how like the biker leather jackets are really in style. They'll often have things like that. Only specific styles of dresses. So that's gonna be shirt dresses or midi maxi length dresses that are loose fitting. H&M is one of those that has a standardized size chart. So every item has the same size chart with the same measurements. And their specific sizing doesn't really cater very well to my body type. Also because of that, their jeans and pants don't work out for me. Although I have seen they have curvy fit items, so I really don't know what the difference is in those. When I checked reviews, they were super mixed. If you want me to try them, I will. Typically their sweaters, although they are cute, they're most often made of blended materials. A lot of acrylic, which I hate in a sweater.
I don't like it.
But still, big fan of H&M. If you have shopped Walmart online, then you know it is actually such a hot mess. Because they're trying to compete with Amazon, it ended up being like a mass marketplace. Can filter by brand. I would go for these brands only. Free assembly. So it has straight sizes and plus sizes. I most often can do a large or extra large. East Coast old money inspired, classic, basic, in neutral colors, sometimes with like fun pops. Their size charts online are a little confusing. Lists extra small to extra large and then jumps to 1X, 2X, 3X. But then when you're choosing what size to order, it doesn't say 3X, it says like XXXL. It's a little confusing, so if that sounds difficult to manage, maybe check in store. Next Walmart brand I really like is Scoop. Most of their items go to XXL or a size 20. Sometimes they'll have XXXL or 22. I wear a large or extra large. Scoop is City Chic, NYC Journalist, Confessions of a Shopaholic, pop of color, somewhat more modest, but still bold. Nice for if you want fun, trendy pieces, but it's still very classy. There is Eloquii Elements. This is very plus size, dressy, business casual lady. It's a good one to check out and try. My camera overheated again. I might have to get a new camera if I'm gonna try to do this more. Anyway, where was I? I just finished Walmart. She's a good gal. Check her out. Maybe go in person, but you can filter by those brands. All right, on to Old Faithful, Old Navy. I view Old Navy as an understudy for H&M. A lot of extended sizing in most all of their items, as well as petite and tall sizing in some. I typically wear a large or a size 16. Honestly, their jeans and pants are a better fit for me than H&M. It's another good one for loungewear. I like a lot of their loungewear. It's not at the tippy top of my list of favorites, but it is always there. Again, a good understudy. Definitely worth mentioning on my list. And the last on the most affordable options, we have Cider. And they do have plus sizes as well as straight sizes. I typically check Cider maybe like seasonally, and I will find fun, more trendy pieces. They definitely have that very specific vibe. It's very feminine inspired, kind of cottagecore. It's one that's, again, really fun and that I check fairly frequently and would recommend as well. ASOS, I can never remember. I say ASOS, I don't know. They have a lot of different brands as well as their own in-house brands. They have plus sizes, they have maternity, they have tall, they have petite. I actually usually get a size US 14 or a UK 18 men's section, especially for basic. You can find a lot of 100% cotton. Always looking at their new arrivals, seeing what I think, what I like. I do also pay for their yearly one-day shipping. That has really saved me, especially when I have events or trips that I've procrastinated getting stuff for. Then we have Princess Polly. They carry straight sizes as well as a separate curve or plus size section. I most often shop the curve section. I typically wear a US 14, Princess Polly Archer pants. Remember this.
Remember this. Remember this.
Princess Polly Archer pants. They are my favorite trousers I have ever put on my body. I have them in nearly every color they make. In the Archer pants, I do go for a US 16. I just like a little bit of an oversized fit in those, but I could wear the 14 if I liked them more fitted. Princess Polly is like super trendy, very fun, going out, date night type of vibe. Always good to check and see if they have pieces that you really like. I never thought I would ever say this because Hollister, I was a woman scorned by Hollister in middle school.
Serious trauma. I did.
She is making up for it now, though. They do only go to XXL or size 20. I typically wear a size 16 or a large XL. This is another one. I'm always checking their new arrivals. Their cargo pants are superior, my favorite. Jeans are also sometimes a win. Sometimes I have luck with their basics. This sweatshirt is a Hollister sweatshirt. Gap, I have the best luck with sweaters. Sometimes jeans. That's all I really get from Gap, but I do recommend it. Then we have One Loved Babe. So One Loved Babe is a local boutique that I model for often. They offer straight sizes as well as a separate plus size section. I found really great dresses and skirts and fun blouses. Not gonna be like your investment basics, but definitely fun, trendy. So that rounds out my mid-price range list. At the tippy top of my list is Abercrombie. Abercrombie is my girl. They have 000 to size 24, which they more frequently call size 27 to 37. They do also have extra short, short, regular, long, and extra long options in a lot of the pants that they sell. I wear a 33 regular, which is the equivalent of a size 16. Sometimes I'll go for a 34 if I want a baggier fit, and in shorts, I do a 34. Curve Love jeans or pants in particular. If she has one fan, it's me. If she has no fans, I'm dead. Curve Love option just accounts for a bigger booty and a smaller waist. Jeans and pants, big, big win. Highly recommend. Also shorts, the only shorts that I ever get. The quality, the fit, the styles they offer are just top notch. Just know Abercrombie is worth every penny. They do often run sales, especially this time of year. Anthropologie is definitely for special times, special occasions. They don't have everything in plus size, but they do have a fairly decent plus size selection, especially online. And it's just definitely a fun one to check new arrivals. One that I frequent and would recommend if it's in the budget. Speaking of if it's in the budget, we have J. Crew. What I looked at, everything goes from extra, extra small to extra, extra large. Plus, they have 2X and 3X as well, or 00 to size 24. They've got high quality everything. If it's in the budget, get it. If it's not, don't stress, but she's good. I mean, of course, double check that you're getting what you're paying for. Check that fabric content, check the size chart, check the reviews. Definitely a recent addition to my loves list. My besties, Jessa K. So I model for them all the time. These are my girls. They carry sizes extra, extra small to a 6X. I wear size XL, and a lot of their range comes in mommy and me, so you can match if you have a little girl. They focus on really special, beautiful dresses. These are going to be an investment, but they are worth it. I never hesitate to recommend Jessa K. And that rounds off my entire list. I do have a building a fall wardrobe as well as my fall wish list videos coming out and that in-depth thrifting video. If you have specific requests or if you have recommendations for us, let me know in the comments. Hope this was helpful. Okay, love you. Bye.